What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? We out here in Missouri at a truck stop. So I'm waiting to see if anybody jumps in here. It's a little late on Saturday, but we're gonna see if anybody comes through. What's going on, little man? What's going on with you, little man? Isn't it like 11? What's going on with you, man? What's going on? I can see my my comments over here. So comments and stuff. So I thought I'd come through, y'all, and answer any questions that anybody might have. I know it's been a minute since I did a live stream, so I said let me come through, slide on through, and see if anybody has any questions that they want to ask. You know, kind of a Q&A, things of that nature. If y'all, I see that there's 4 of y'all up in here. Let me get 4 thumbs up if y'all got the time and you got the energy. It's late in the evening, so I said let me come through. But yeah, we out here in Missouri at a pilot. Didn't quite make it to Springfield, so we shut it down here, and we're gonna roll in there tomorrow morning, get some things handled, and then make our way down to our 90. So I had a question that came through earlier today that asked if you could, oh, that's good, man, that asked if you could go flatbed on the lease side. And the answer to that question is yes, you can go lease on the flatbed side if you want to. That was one of the questions that came through. That was one of my videos. Person asked that question. So yeah, you can go lease. But I see there's 4 of you. Who all up in here? I know it's got to go out to everybody. I ain't done a live stream in a while. But we out here just chilling, relaxing, watching trucks come in and out. What's going up, T. Martin? What up, bro? I'm in Arizona. Recently applied to get my CDL at RAL. Let's see. Is it okay point to drive for? I don't know too much about rail. If you're starting out, I mean, it just depends on your journey and where you're trying to go. Really just depends on where you're trying to go in your trucking career. If you're trying to start out and then you're trying to get your feet wet and then go on to the next, greener pastures, or if you want to rock it out, I believe they do have a lease purchase program over there, a lease option that you can go and do over there if you want to. But as far as I know, I haven't heard too many drivers complain about it. But you got it last Tuesday. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. You got your permit. You got that paper. Not too far away from getting that hard, cold copy. But congratulations, man. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. Yeah, welcome to the club. But yeah, as far as I know, I haven't heard any real drivers complain about that company. From what I know, from what I've heard, it's all right. Place to start. Just depends on where you're trying to go in your truck career. Yeah, man, no problem. That's what we try to support, we try to help, and we try to educate as much as we can. And if I don't know something, I'm pretty sure I can find out the answer if I don't know. But yeah, welcome, man. And if you ever have questions and stuff like that, man, just shoot me a message, send me an email. I try to respond to all my emails. I get hundreds of emails a day, not from just trucking stuff, but from other stuff. So if I see it, definitely respond. If you catch me on a live stream, if you want to send me a message through the algorithm, whatever, I definitely chop it up with you, try to help you on your blacktop journey, man. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. What's going on, 5 viewers? Yeah, man, no problem. That's what we're here for, bro. Try to educate. Each one, teach one. That's what I was taught back in the day by a homie by the name of Nip. Each one, teach one. So I'm gonna tell y'all this story, right? So I was in Utah and I pull in, my clock is like, I got like 1 minute left, right? So I pull into this truck stop and I pull to the back, right? And there's one spot at the very back of the truck stop, one spot. And there's no room to pull up and do your normal driver's side back in it, right? So there's a guy in this spot, right? And he's in a white, like, I call it a white pedophile van because it's all white, tinted out, can't see in, and he's cleaning it. It looks like a white pedophile van, you know, from the movies. The van that snatches up the little kiddios, and then the cops running down the road, you know, shooting at the van to try to get the kiddios back and stuff like that. So I say, hey man, how long you gonna be there? And he's like, you trying to park? And I'm like, what's going on, Kendall? What's going on, Kendall? How you doing, man? How you doing? So he's like, yeah. He's like, how long are you gonna be there? And I'm just like, well, 10 hours. So he's like, well, I can move. Now, granted, there's a bobtail that's parked all the way to the front, and then there's a bunch of spots in the back, right? A bunch of space in the back. So he moves his pedophile van to the back and parks. So I'm trying to get myself situated so I can back into this spot, right? So I get myself situated, and I've been out here for 5 years, right? 5 years I've been driving this blacktop, 5 years, and I learned so many different things and helped so many different people. But this time your brother needed some help, you know. I didn't ask for it, but it was surprising about how many fellow drivers got up out their truck to help a brother out. So basically you have to pull into this spot. The spot's here, and there's spots. So just imagine this in your head. There's a bobtail on the right hand side and a regular truck on this side, right? And it's at the end, and he pulls his truck into pulls his little pedophile van to the back, and then the bobtail is in the front, and I have to blind side in, right? So my truck is not the same length like my Freightliner was, right? It's not the same length. So now I'm like, all right, so pulling in, pull around, and get myself lined up. So originally, when I first lined up, I wasn't all the way I wanted, where I was comfortable backing in, right? Wasn't comfortable. So what I do, I used all the space, like all the space. So I pull all the way up, drop it into reverse, and I'm backing up. So I'm getting my trailer angled in, and I didn't have not one, not two, but I had 3 different drivers get up and help your boy back into the spot. Now I can back, but blindsiding when you're tired in a tight little spot, man, I take all the help that I can get. And there ain't gotta be no shame in asking for help. No shame at all. Because I'd rather have somebody help me not hit something than me be a dumbass and hit something and then cost myself $2,500 on top of not making no bread. So 3 drivers got up and helped me blindside into this spot with my truck. I got into the spot, no problem, had a good night's sleep, rolled out, and got to where I needed to get for that night. I ended up shutting down, I ended up shutting down after that day, I ended up shutting down in Denver, right outside of Denver, Colorado that night. So, moral of that story is, if somebody wants to help you, take the help. Don't be too prideful. Take the help if you can get it, you know? I'd rather not hit something. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, I'm okay at backing. I'm alright, you know. I don't toot my own horn, I'm okay. You know, but I was really surprised at the amount of help that I got. I don't know if it's because it's just prime and nobody wants to see, or people just generally don't want to see any drivers jack up their stuff, you know, having a bad day, or having any other drivers having a bad day. Like, real talk. I don't know. But that was a good thing. So I was working on a video, but then I said, you know what? Let me go live about it. So a lot of you guys have seen that there have been a lot of, I guess you could say, kapuckery. Accidents. People not paying attention. People backing into stuff. People pulling off, hitting mirrors, tearing off front ends, all of that stuff. You see them. right. So, people are not paying attention and driving. Everybody comes out here and just thinks it's hopping behind the steering wheel and da-da-da-da. No. Driving this truck is a craft. It's not only is it a skill, but it's a craft. You watch some of these guys back these trailers, they do it with so much precision and smoothness. If you're new to the game, you're not gonna have the precision and smoothness. You might do 100 pull-ups and stuff, and you might have 100 drivers laughing their ass off at you, telling you, dumbass, you don't know how to back. Man, I'll take all of that all day and make sure that I can get this trailer back in this spot. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's a craft. It's not a job, it's a lifestyle, and it's a craft, man. You see some of the places that you gotta back to. There's a place, it's one of my videos, it's called The Rookie Killer. That will teach you how to back in a confined behind spot and realize how long your actual trailer is, going around a pole, not falling into a ditch, all of that stuff. I call it The Rookie Killer. It's got a thumbnail with a football player getting blasted. It's called The Rookie Killer. We went to a place called Buzz Products or whatever. It's a confined type behind back that is hard, but it gets your skills right. Get your skills right. So, most people they're turning too soon, right? They're not looking at the mirrors. These are your tools, your mirrors. Use your mirrors. You know, you got a mirror down there too. That hood mirror. Use that. Use that. Use that. Use your mirrors. So you don't tear out nobody's mirror, front of the hood, any of that stuff. So my rule of thumb, things that I do, you know, they may work for you, they may not, but things that I do, right? So in the morning when I get ready to do my pre-trip, get out the truck, right, wipe the crust out my eyes, you know, stuff like that. Before I even go in and use the restroom, I check to see if everything is the same when I went to sleep. It's the first thing I do. Get out, check stuff, you know, check around my truck seat, you know, make sure nobody lurking, no things, you know, stuff like that. I'm, you know, doing my due diligence, making sure that there's no ifs, ands, or buts around my truck before I get ready to start my day. So I get out. I'm in your closet. Last time I checked, the only thing that was in my closet was hangers. So you behind the hangers, underneath the box, you there, you're hiding with your eyes, like stuff like that. So before I get going, y'all, I make sure that I'm checking. So after I done my, you know, walk around my truck, even before I'm doing my even before I start my clock, I've already checked. But I don't know what you're talking about, bro, but okay. Even before I start my clock on my pre-trip, I've already walked around my truck, make sure there's nothing that's gonna inhibit me being able to do my job for the day, right? So once I do that, got the crust out my eyes, making sure I'm 100% aware and coherent in what I gotta do. Examining my pull-out method. I'm examining what my pull-out, man. Have I ate fish food before? Have I ate fish food? Well, if you want to talk about being killed and dropped in a vat of water, nah, not quite. But I've seen very interesting ways to make people fish food. Very interesting ways. Be surprised. I don't know. Just squirrel. So after you eat it all the time. So anyway, before you start your day, you checked out, see what's going on in your surrounding area. Once you figured out that, you examine how you're gonna get out. So what I do is I walk out and I look and see where, you know, if I'm gonna have to turn left, I'm gonna turn right. If there's a truck here, there's a truck there. Then you look at if you're gonna have enough room to pull out and turn. So you pull up and you keep going. You make sure that your tandems, those two big tires in the back there, way back there, that you watch in your mirrors at all times. Sometimes it seems like people do not watch their tandems. I bet y'all would watch your damn tandems if there was $100 in it for you. Every time you looked at your tandems, you would look at them damn tandems a 1,000 times a day. If there was $100 in it for you every time you checked your tandems, just on one side, not including yesterday. There's $200. You making like a whole shit ton of money if you had $100 every time you watched your tandems out your mirrors. You do it, but you know, people don't do it. They don't pay attention to their tandems. 90% of accidents happen at truck stops because the driver is not paying attention to their tandems. So, you get out, you're starting your day. You did your pre-trip, and you are pulling forward. Now you're pulling forward. You're watching out your mirrors. You're watching both sides. You're pulling forward, making sure there's nobody walking in front of you. Keep pulling forward. Keep pulling forward. Keep pulling forward. So you keep pulling forward. Now your tandems are right at the front door of the truck that was next to you. Right at the front door. So when they're right there at the front door, go a little bit more and then start making your turn, whether it's left or right. Now, if you're in a confined behind place that's real tight, same thing, but you might have to stop, counter steer, back up, pull forward, and then go about your business. So you don't tear up nobody's trucks. I mean, I'm seeing videos of drivers just tearing up other drivers' trucks, and it's like, you gotta understand, they're mad because they're now out of service, and now they can't make no money. So I don't know who Bryson. That's not Bryson. I don't. Who knows? My little man's watching, talking with Bryson. I don't know who that is. But what's up, Bryson? Appreciate people. Oh, okay. Have you ever been shut down or told to have what was, let's see, have you ever been to a sundown town? Have you ever been to a sundown town, and how was that experience? Have I ever been to a sundown town? So you're talking about we can get into it. There are some cities in the United States that do have some sundown rules still. You know, I don't know why in 2022. But I've seen them. Do I pay any attention to it? No. It's people's ignorance, you know, if they still believe in that. If that's what you're talking about. No, I've heard about it. I've seen signs about it. But I haven't really paid no attention to it. T. Martin. Just depends, man. Like, I've experienced a lot of different things out here in the 5 years I've been out here. I've experienced a lot. I've experienced a lot of hate. I've experienced no. They still have some of those in the deep south, the small little towns, but I don't stop in small little towns. Like, if I don't feel safe, I'm because I'm not trying to end up in a tree. I'm not trying to end up underground. I'm not trying to end up in some animal's stomach. Nope. I'm trying to go home, see my kids, see my wife, see my fam. I ain't looking for no stupidity. You feel me? But I've seen it. You know, you kind of know where you're supposed to be and where you're not. I have experience. I went down to where was it? Panama City, and me and my wife were down there for vacation, and we walked into a restaurant, and it was like basically like, why the hell are you there type atmosphere. But I mean, you still have, I was driving down the road, I was on the phone with my wife, and I'm, you know, rolling, she's on my headset, we chatting it up, and some dude calls me the N-word and calls me a monkey. And I was like, I was like, okay, like, he's like, that's why nobody in your country likes you. I'm like, you're that ignorant? Like, you're not educated? I was just like, okay. And what you about to do as you driving 675 miles an hour with your foot on the dash? I'm like, shut up, man, and drive right. That's pretty much what I said. Shut up and drive right before you get stopped by DOT with your foot on the dash with your flip flops. Like, like what you want me to say? Like, I'm not into that stupidity, man. There's too much going on in the world for dumb behind dummies like that. Like, real talk. Like, dummies is what I call them, dummies. But let's see, I would have said I'm a king. Well, here's something that you may not know. That word, right, when you really start looking up the definition of that word, look up the definition of that word, not in not in the Urban Dictionary, but what it actually means, and you'll have an understanding why we get offended. But it's really, yeah, exactly. So what they doing? They calling us kings, man. It's like when I'm they say you king, okay, hey, like, right, like, I mean, you obviously know, right? So you mad? Like, you I'm not mad about it anymore, like, you know. And where did they get that name from? If you take off the G, where did they get that name from? There's a river in Egypt. It's called the Niger. It's called Niger. It's the Niger River, right? So they're just basically telling us where, you know, telling us where we from. Like, okay. And there's a misconception. There's a whole bunch of misconceptions out here in the world, and people's eyes are just not open to it. But I mean, they're gonna say, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist" and stuff like that. But all right, little food for thought, right? Little food for thought. So, y'all seen the movie The Matrix, right? Y'all have seen the movie you've all seen the movie Terminator. You've all seen Outbreak. You've all seen Constantine, right? If you haven't seen those movies, go back and watch all those movies. Then watch Matrix 1, 2, and 3. And when you watch those movies, watch them with a different eye. And then go listen to the song by Tom McDonald called System. Then after you watch the movie watch those movies and listen to the song called The System, and you watch the movie The Matrix, what if that was actually what it was? It is. And biblically, things that are going on are strategically what has already happened. But, you know, TV like, oh, that's a conspiracy theorist. No, just go back and watch those movies. Then go watch the movie Exodus: Gods and Kings with Christian Bale. Watch about the plagues. Open your eyes to what's going on around us. I mean, I'm driving down the road getting called all types of names and called this and that and the other. Like, it's no sweat off my back. Like, okay, you know, but it is what it is, yo. Like, this is the world that we live in, and we just gotta reside in the world that we live in. Am I gonna get mad because I'm being called? So there's a movie called Outbreak. The movie with Outbreak is with Dustin Hoffman and Morgan Freeman. And the movie Contagion is with Lawrence Fishburne and Jude Law. Both really good movies. Then go back. Yeah. You gonna confuse the folk, bro. You gonna confuse the folk. Whoo, bro, you gonna confuse them. They gonna be like, when we gonna take down the video or something, bruh. Right? But you gotta even the other thing that you gotta look at, right? So all the happenings that are happening in the world. Peep game. You watch Lester Hall. I watch the news every night, right? I watch the news every night because here's some other game that. Okay, I'm done with it. One thing that you gotta pay attention to, like I watch the news. I watch what's it called? MSNBC with Lester Holt every night. And a lot of what I do is I tell is Salt Lake City, the Great Salt Lake is drying up, and they had a special on it to broadcast ago. Go back and watch about the Great Salt Lake. Then watch them talk about Lake Mead. Then you're having those two rivers dry up. Then go watch about farmers in Texas and what's going on with the farmers in Texas. Then once you guys get an understanding of the little intricate things that are going on, you'll be like, I didn't pay attention to that. Then, we're out here trucking, and I haul all types of things. Meat, fish, beer, candy, everything. We have a reefer driver. We got a reefer back there. And I pay attention to what I'm hauling, what it weighs. Is it a truckload? Is it half a truckload? One thing I am noticing, that my loads don't weigh as much as they used to weigh. 20,000, 15,000, 30,000. Also, who is the largest farm owner in the world? Who? Do you know? Largest farm landowner? Do you know who? Yes. Also, so you know that. Who owns a majority share in John Deere? Do you know? Bet you know that. If you know the other, you gotta know that. So Bill Gates is the largest farmland owner, and he owns a big stake in John Deere tractors, which do what? Farming equipment. So if I was a smart young investor, I would be buying some John Deere stock. Make me some money. I mean, get it where you can get it. There's also some things that you guys might. Yep, Bill Gates has a majority share of John Deere stock in his portfolio as well, as long as being the largest farmland owner as well. So one thing that I learned the one thing that I would say is that I listened to a lot of what Warren Buffett says, and he says you want to remain liquid so you can take advantage of down markets. What is happening right now? It's a down market, which means it's a perfect time to buy. That's what it says, remain liquid. So if you're liquid, you can take advantage of a down market. So what stock just split, but company's never going anywhere? Amazon was like $2,000 a share. It's down to like 100. I think it was down to like $182 or something like that. Buy it up. Get you some money. Buy it up, because it's gonna hit $1,000 again, just like Tesla. Tesla's like 800. Buy it up. Get you some shits, because it's gonna. What bill did they just pass? They just passed the clean energy bill. That means that EVs are gonna shoot through the roof. Tesla's EV stock. Exactly. Get in where you can fit in. Peep game, right? So all the things that you have in your house, right? This is something that I was taught and that I've learned recently. All the things that you have in your house, right? All of them. If you have a Samsung phone, you should have some Samsung stock. You have an iPhone, you should have some iPhone stock. No matter how much a share it is, you should have some portion of that in your portfolio. If you have waste management, buy some waste management stock. If you have Nikes on, J's, go buy you some Nike stock, because then you have some ownership in what you own, because you not only own the shoes, but you own a piece of the stock. Then, right, you like computers, you like cars. Oh, I like me a Mercedes-Benz. Why don't you have any Mercedes-Benz stock? That means everybody that's out there buying Mercedes, they're paying you. I don't buy Jordans. Nope. But I go buy some Nike stock. So every time some of those guys go to the Nike releases, they paying me. Oh man, I got the new J's. Thank you. Sony, if you got a PlayStation, any type, you should have some Sony stock. Movies, Fox, ESPN, Disney, BP, gas. What's the stock that's down right now that's gonna shoot up? What happens when people work a whole lot and then they're tired? They want to go on vacation, right? I'd have me some Southwest stock. I'd have me some Delta stock. I'd have me some American Airlines stock. I'd have me some Discover, some Visa, some MasterCard, some PayPal. I'd have me some, if Pilot was a publicly traded company, I have me some Pilot stock, because I stop at Pilot and Love's a lot. I'll be having stock at every place that I typically stop, because I would have some ownership. If Love's is everywhere. Man, I have me some Love stock, but it's not publicly traded. Not yet, anyway. Enterprise, XPO, Old Dominion, FedEx, UPS, all companies that you would want some stock in. So think about it. Just think about it, guys. Think about it. You know, spending money, you want money to be working for you. You don't want to be working for money. And that's the hardest thing to do. Have money working for you when you're surrounded by everything taking your money. It's hard to have money working for you. But $5, $10, $15, I would rather have a conversation with people about, hey, what stocks did you invest in this week? What stocks are you looking at? Those are educational conversations. I could talk to you about the news and what's going on in the world, but I want to talk to you about what you're doing to educate yourself to get to the next level, to have money building for you. Have what they call residual or passive income. Ideas for passive income. That's what I like, man. I'll chop it up with you about that all day. But you know, everybody's doing their thing. You know, if you be surprised when you're just driving down the road and you're just seeing things differently, seeing things for what they are, seeing the world for what it is, and seeing how different things are happening. Right. It says, yep, make your money work for you, not just work hard to earn your money. Facts, right? You got to, man. But see, here's the thing that we don't really pay attention to, right? Is when we're taught a few ways. We're taught one way. We're taught go to school, get good grades. Once you get good grades to go to college. Go to college, get a degree. Get a degree, get a great job, right? But then, any given moment, right? Taxes go up. But what happens? Here's the big question. What happens, right? When you go to school, you get this big, elusive, great piece of paper that says you got a degree, but you just spent $150,000 to get that piece of paper. Now you're in the workforce. You're in that workforce. And you're trying to find a job to pay off that $150,000 worth of college debt that you accumulated. You're like, shit, what am I gonna do? So then you're looking for a job, and there's a billion other people that can do that same job. You're going dead. Yeah, you're going into debt. So they don't show us the proper way to establish different things. They don't show us. Just in general. You know, some kids get it, some kids don't. But we have to educate our kids, educate the new ones that are coming up about how money works. The value of a dollar, we see it in inflation right now. We see it in inflation. I filled up my tank in Washington. It cost me $1,000 to fill this tank up. Damn, out of currency. It cost me $1,000 to fill this tank up. No, I'm not telling people to drop out of school. No, I didn't drop out of school. Went to college, all of that stuff. I was playing college football, messed my knee up, and I ended up losing my scholarship. So, I played back in the day with who was this? Dominic Barber, Marion Barber's brother. He went to Wayzata High School. I played against him my senior year, and I went to college. He went to U of M, things like that. High school dropouts and things like that. And I'm not gonna say that it's good to drop out of school. No, get your education, but you want to be double educated. So when I mean double educated, go to school if you have the opportunity to, or go to school online if you don't. I don't believe that's oh yeah, they do. So for instance, right, you go to school and your school is teaching you some nucleus parts of what you got to do to survive out here in the world. But being school smart and being street smart are two different smarts. Two different. Most schools that I know are not teaching students about stocks and bonds and how to make money work for you. They're teaching you about this and that. I loved history. I was a history buff. To this day, I love history. If I was a teacher, I'd probably teach history because I love history. I don't know why. I just love history. So I do research about, Noah's Ark, Mount Sinai, Mount Ararat. Where's the Ark of the Covenant? Where is the Holy Grail? Movies like Indiana Jones intrigue me. Things like Hunt for different things. Different things intrigue me because it's like, Like I loved the movie National Treasure. I loved that movie. That was a really good movie. 1 and 2. I liked Indiana Jones. The first 3 of them. I think there's like, a bunch of them. Creativity. There's a bunch of different ways to make money now. It's not just, school, get this or that. Because at the end of the day, that's just a normal way. That's just this way of thinking. You want to be this way of thinking. Taxes, you're paying money. That's why there were so many people. Like, this is the thing that I realized is that during this pandemic, 70 to 80% of people did not go back into the workforce. Why? Because they realized the value of time. You guys remember the movie In Time with Justin Timberlake? Time, you've heard the saying time is money, right? So if time is money, and every time you go to the store, you're spending your time. Just, go get a coffee time. When people started getting close to running out of time, they just died because they ran out of time. It's a deep movie. They made it, fun and kind of cool, but it's a really deep movie because when you start thinking about it, the price of everything is going up, so your time just keeps getting taken to where you have no time. And they would having to share, borrow from Peter to pay Paul, things of that nature. So that's another movie you might want to check out, In Time. Things that you have to pay attention to. And what happened is that a lot of people now started paying more attention to quality of life as opposed to quantity, quality. And they felt like, I can make the same money from home as opposed to being in an office every day. You know, wake up, you know, things of that nature. Like wake up, shower, say bye to the wife, say bye to the husband, whatever. Go to work, stay in, go to work, be in traffic. You're in traffic, yelling, oh no, get to the office, hey Dave. All right, Dave, see you tomorrow. Car, home. Hi, hon, here's your food. Hey, babe. Hey, son. Hey, daughter. Sleep. Do that every day. But then the pandemic pushed everybody into the mindset is that I can do the same job from home and I don't have to be out of my house. So 70-80% of the workforce didn't go back to work. 70-80% of the workforce stayed home and worked from home and decided to do quality of life. Okay, so you ex-football player. That's what's up, T. Martin. That's what's up. And I like, if I had the opportunity, I would probably want to like coach like for the Vikings, because I'm a big Vikings fan. Like I would coach for I would want to do something with the Vikings organization because I'm from Minnesota. I would want to do something like that. But everything that we know now, it's about having a skill. So everybody, you know, they talk about people wanting to get money, right? You know, everybody's like, I want $25 an hour. I was like, okay. So that hamburger is not going to cost $5. That hamburger is going to cost you $7. Yeah, I know, little man, you're a WWE fan. I know. That hamburger that was $5 is now going to cost you $7. And you want $20 an hour to flip burgers. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But $20 an hour, okay. After taxes, it's the money that you were getting back from your taxes. And then you look at the other cost of everything. So now the cost of living has gone up. So now all the places that you would rent from want 5 or 6 or 7 times. They want 4 times the rent. So in most places, if you go look at apartment complexes or houses, they're $1,800, $1,900. You know, they're $1,800, $1,900 a month. That's not including lights. That's not including water. That's not including cable. That's not including food. So your overhead cost is probably close to $3,000, maybe. And that's not insurance and stuff like that. It's probably close to $3,000. So with the $3,000, you're out here having to do 2 jobs. So 2 jobs to clock this money, and your quality of life. Your quality of life is like, yeah. But you do it because, you know, it is what it is. So you have to reevaluate. And that's what a lot of people did during the pandemic. They reevaluated. They reevaluated their life. They reevaluated what they wanted to do with their lives. And hence they decided, I'm going to work from home. Or they started their own businesses. So starting your own businesses, you don't have to pay as much in taxes, and you get write-offs because you started your own business. That's hence why a lot of different things are going on. That's why taxes went up, this went up, that went up, because they need to get that money back. You go back and look at some of the news that they were talking about. People paid off a lot of credit card debt. How do banks make money? They make money off of the interest. So if all the credit card companies, everybody paid their debt off, they were making no money. So what? Now they have to squeeze the economy. So people load up on debt. They load up on debt. Now, credit card companies make their money. It's a back and forth thing. It's happened before. It happens again. Just it is what it is. But you know, I'm just a truck driver that drives a big old truck. I have fun doing it. I like to help people when I can. How often do people just come up and ask you, hey, do you have this or do you have that? and you just do it. Karma. You never know who's watching. You never know who that person is. We're living in a different time nowadays. You just gotta be aware. Just gotta be aware. Oh my God, there's 4 people up in here. 4 people. I know one of them is a little man. You don't watch news stories. It's all good. But hey, any other questions besides Mr. Malley out there, my little man in there? Any other questions? Any other things you want to ask? You can ask anything. I don't shy away from most stuff. I don't shy away from most stuff, guys. You want to follow me on TikTok too? I'm about to do a bunch of little funny little reaction videos on TikTok too. It's TW612 if you want to follow me on TikTok. TW612. News is depressing, but you gotta look past the depressingness because they're always telling you what's going to happen. That's how you know what's going to happen on Monday. So, for instance, if you watch news on Friday, the stuff that happens on Friday is going to affect the market on Monday. What's my favorite city to drive through? I would have to say probably Florida. Miami, like Florida area is one of my favorite cities to drive through. All the other cities are just kind of that. Am I going to play Five Nights at Freddy's? No, no, I'm not gonna play Five Nights at Freddy's, man. Just chilling, asking, answering questions. State. Favorite city? I just told you my favorite city. The favorite state to drive through? I'd say California. Northern California. Like up where the redwoods are, because the scenery is just amazing. Going over Donner, the scenery is just amazing. Beautiful scenery up there. Washington, that area, beautiful. Redwoods, just beautiful on I-5. Just beautiful. Not Los Angeles, but California, like Northern California. Going to like Redding and things like that. Really great scenery. Beautiful. No, I'm not scared, man. Scariest mountains? Vail would be scarier than Donner. But Cabbage is not too bad. Vail, because you gotta trust your truck. You better pray that you did a great pre-trip inspection and checked your brakes, because that will wear some brakes out, and if you don't have your brakes together, you'll have a bad day. You're gonna make a whole bunch of other people have a bad day if you're not properly prepared. Vail in Colorado, yeah, man. Yeah, that would probably be the scariest. That and maybe Donner. But Cabbage is bad too. And then there's the Sisters, but I would say Vail. Vail in the winter. Donner in the winter. Cabbage in the winter. During the summer, there's a hill out in Washington that's really, really steep. Maybe. I don't know yet. I don't know yet, man. I don't know. We'll see. I understood what you were saying. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. Any other questions? I'm trying to go for like an hour. It's been like 50 minutes. Any other questions, guys? It's all 6 of y'all in here. 6 of y'all chopping it up with your boy, chilling. Got 5 thumbs up. Where the 6th one at? Where the 6th one at? Oh, you graduated at Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, so you know about Vail. Yeah, that I wouldn't put no rookie driver on Vail right off the bat. No rookie driver on Vail right off the bat. Not the smartest idea. They're gonna have to learn, but I wouldn't. Not Vail. What's up, Florida boy? What's good? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Maybe, like I said, maybe. Mr. Malley, maybe. I don't know yet. Gotta find some food. Maybe some food to look at. See. Oh, man. Ew. Looking at these comments, guys. Looking at these comments. Good job, T. Martin. Man, if you ever get to go, I'll answer both of those. So Florida Boy has asked me how to like the Keys. If you ever get I know you down there, but I loved it. I want to go back. That is the most serene, most relaxing, most energizing experience that you can ever experience. Like, so energizing. And if you're familiar with the things about the sun, you'll understand why it's so energizing. It's, oh my god. So T. Martin, to answer your question about sliding your tandems. All right, so in trucking, your weights is 12, 34, 34. That's 12,000 is the maximum amount that you can have on your steers, which is, your steers is the word for your fronts. Your drives are what propel the truck, and your tandems are on the back. So me, I always slide my fifth wheel all the way to the back. Now your fifth wheel is what your trailer connects to. So your fifth wheel, the only reason you would ever move your fifth wheel is to take the weight from your steers to put them on your drives. So if you have your fifth wheel all the way back, okay. If you have your fifth wheel, you slide it all the way back, you'll never really ever have to slide your fifth wheel. If you slide it all the way back, you should always be underweight on your steers, and then you only have to move your tandems to fluctuate the weight from your tandems to your drives. So if we have a load that is heavy on the drives, we slide our tandems forward so the weight shifts to the back. So we have to be 12, 34, 34. That's how we have to break up the weight. If we're over on, say, the tandems, we slide the tandems back to push the weight forward. If they're over on the drives, we push it forward to slide it back, to push the weight back. We should never have to really ever mess with our fifth wheel. If our fifth wheel is all the way back, that means that the weight on our steers is always going to be up right about 10,500 pounds. That answers your question, T. Martin. Oh, man. Enjoying your state, man. Yeah, bruh. I want to go back. I want to go back. Man, I want to go back and just chill. Because, man, like... And taxes are low. And they're pro, like, guns. Like, who doesn't like having their weapons? Like, I went through holy hell to get my license to conceal and carry when I'm in Georgia. And now they just, they suspended it. I was like, what was the point of me going through all of that to get my license to conceal and carry? Like, but yeah, Florida's amazing. Comfortable. It rains a lot, but I'd rather take the rain and be comfortable. Just saying. Any other questions? I've been down to Miami. Me and the wife been down to Miami. We hit up the Strip. We went to Celebrity Island, drove around there, hung out. We had a really good time. And when we went down there, there was 2 separate trips. I haven't been down to Miami in a little bit, but we went down to the Keys and just enjoyed ourselves down there. Love that. Oh my god, like, oh my god. Now, Florida boy, if you got your significant other, right, take them to Better Than Sex down there. My wife told me about that spot, bro. Bro. Yo. Wow. Try that, yo. Take your significant other to Better Than Sex. And I tell you, it's almost there. It's almost. It's called, the restaurant's called Better Than Sex. And it's a dessert restaurant. Nothing but desserts. But these desserts are so good. Dude, I'm telling you, you gotta go and it's almost better. Like, it's almost. So, what kind of money will I actually possibly be able to make the first 2 years in trucking? So, it really depends on you. And the reason I say that it depends on you is because it depends on how hard you drive and how long you stay out. The longer you stay out, the more money you're gonna make. The less you stay out, the less money you're gonna make. How frequently you run your clock, you know. So the average, we'll go with the average, right? So the average driver their first year is probably going to do 50 to 60,000 this first year, 50 to 60, depending on how their pay, what company's pay structure is. It really depends. I don't know what that company's pay structure is, but put it in this perspective. The average driver can do about 2,500 miles a week on average. That's just the average. Some drivers, my truck is ungoverned. I can do 80 miles an hour. I can do 100. You really doing 100 miles an hour down the road? No, it's not safe. I think tires are rated at maybe 75. So you say 2,500 miles a week. 2,500 times that by, say, 52. Take that 52. So we'll say we're at the high. We'll say you do 60 cents a mile. So take 60 cents times that by how many miles you can do in a year, and you take that. That's how much money you would make minus your taxes. You'd be somewhere right around there, give or take. Depending on, that's if you work the whole year. So if you don't work the whole year, you do 25, and it's bi-weekly. So 60 cents times that, take 25. 2,500 times that by 25. That's how many miles you would have if you drove half the year. At 52 weeks, divide that by 25, or divide that by 2. That's bi-weekly. Take that. That's if you took half the year off and you worked bi-weekly. You can get an estimate, I guess you could say. But the average 60. When I started at England, I think my first year I did like 56, 57. But that was like my first year. But I started 5 years ago, and we started at 14 cents a mile. So that was horrible. Running all week and make a $200 paycheck. My wife about threw me out the damn window. What the hell is this? You can make this at home. But I was like, babe, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Day was good, you know, just cruising. Cruise. Any other questions? I got a whole bunch of answers. Almost been on here like an hour, guys. Almost been on here like an hour. Everybody's kind of chilling, relaxing, getting ready for Sunday. How do you guys feel about football being back? Love it? You know, thumbs up. Good. There's 7 of you guys. Any of you out here like football? Give me a thumbs up. So I hit 7. I'm at 5. Need 7. 7. Come on. 7. Man, I need that dollar, bro. That is horrible. So the average is like 55 cents. I think the nation average is like 55 cents. How many trucks do I have? So right now I just have this truck, which I lease from Prime, and then I have another truck that I bought that my son is in, but that truck's down at the moment. But 55 cents is on the average, unless you decide you want to go lease. You can make more, but your first year leasing, if you're new, you're probably gonna do somewhere probably be about 70 something thousand after taxes and everything like that. Your truck will probably gross 100, but you'll probably have the taxes do 75. That's give or take. Just depends. It really just depends on you and how hard you want to run and things like that. But that's your primary. You want to have a secondary. So if your primary income is this, you want to be able to take $200. If you can take $200 each week and invest it in a stock that's going to give you a dividend, and you can do it consistently for a whole year, you may have 17 to 18,000 at the end of the year if you do $200 every week for 52 weeks. You have over $17,000 invested plus that, depending on how the market is. Just a little tidbit of information. Bronco Nation, bro. Okay. I know you got that Russell Wilson from Seattle. I don't know. The West is still gonna be tough, and LeBron might be staying in the West too. So the West is tough altogether. Basketball, football, West is always tough. Oh man. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions before I get out of here? Any other questions? I'm thinking of leasing. Is it a scam? Yeah, you have more money, but the company always comes out on top. So, is leasing a scam? I can't say that it's a scam. You hear people give their 2 cents. Stocks and future ideas, they're planning. There's a lot of planning investments and stuff like that you want to go into. Let me answer his question about leasing. Leasing is not necessarily a scam. Leasing is your step to you becoming an owner, and it's all about a mindset. Everybody's in here just money. Oh, this company's taking, but they're taking all the risk. Would you rather take a $100,000 risk, or would you rather somebody else to take that $100,000 risk and you be able to walk away squeaky clean? It's the way you look at it. It's the way you think. Thinking and consistency is key. A lot of people don't think about consistency. Would you rather have a job that's going to pay you $100,000 a year, or have a job that's going to pay you $200,000 a year? So if you take the job that's going to pay you $200,000 a year, but you're going to have consistency, or you can take the job that's going to pay you $100,000 a year and have peaks and valleys. Obviously, you're going to want the $200,000 a year, but you want the consistency. Banks want consistency. Banks don't want to see ups and downs and peaks and valleys. They want consistency. If you're consistent across the board, that's what they're looking for. Consistent deposits. So leasing is a come up. It's not a scam. Some of these, okay, let me rephrase that. Some of these leases are scams. Some of them don't benefit the driver. There's a few companies that have pretty decent lease purchase programs or lease programs. Prime has one of the best lease programs, and then they're bringing back the Ace lease program, which is your quickest way to get you in a truck, because you get to work on that truck. You know what's wrong with that truck, and at the end you can purchase that truck. You walk away with $100. That's what the lease purchase program that they had. You could run that truck for 3 to 4 years. At the end of that 4 years, you would give them $100 and you would get that title. Now, if you're solo, that truck's probably going to have somewhere right around 300,000 miles. But guess what? You did all the work to that truck. So you have the records of everything that's gone on with that truck. So when you go to leave, you know everything that you've done, what needs to be done, and anything that's wrong with that truck, because you've been in it the whole time. The truck that I just turned in, I had it from when I started at Prime. I had it for 3 years, but I trained and I teamed. So I had over 517,000 miles on it. 3 years. So, but at the end of that lease, I got money back. I don't know any company that's giving you a completion for finishing that lease. So at the end of the 3 years, you're getting like a bonus take that money to go to the bank, or take your wife on a vacation, go to Hawaii, whatever, at the end of them 3 years, because you've been rocking it for 3 years. So people that say leasing is a scam, it's only a scam in certain instances. Right, depends on the benefits. Not 200,000, right? So there's ways. People always want, I want to make the most money. I want to make the most money. Yeah, you want to make the most money, but making the most money is leasing, because you have deductions. And if you are investing your money, you don't pay taxes on your losses. You only pay it on your gains, capital gains tax, right? So if you're investing money and investing in other things to make you money, you have deductions. So the object is to have more stuff making money and have less deductions. It was good, yo. It was good. You know, I paid some stuff up, took my wife out, you know, and just went right back into another lease. Like, wasn't my plan to. I was planning to take off, but they kind of wanted me to get back into my truck because there's been such a truck shortage. So I was supposed to be able to take 59 days off. I think I took two weeks off, and I got back on the truck, got into my truck and start running. But it's not a scam. So many people say it's a scam. It's a devised plan for you to get to the next level, because leasing is the next level for you being an owner. 2 companies, Sierra England and Prime. It's the only 2 companies I've ever worked for. I don't believe in jumping from company to company. That's like, I guess you could say, kind of a sexual interest. That's like being with multiple women. You just hopping from woman to woman to woman. It gets old. It's not healthy. It's not clean. And then it goes on a DAC report that shows all the companies that you've been with. It's like, ooh, you're used goods. I mean, I've only driven for 2 companies. Sierra England, where I started, got my license from there. Stayed there, finished my contract, and then I came over to Prime, and I've been with Prime. So you're only a few months out. I would wait, because Prime is going to give you the best structure to get to the level that you want to get to. If you can wait, I mean, if you've already committed to the company that you're going to, then rock out with them. But yep, 2 here and there. That's it. Hey, what's up, Big Trucker B? What's really good, bro? Dropping some dimes, bro. Dropping some dimes. So you filled out an application for rail, man. Go out and fill your application out for Prime, man. I'm telling you that you will not regret it. I'm telling you. I do my due diligence on any company I was going to. I just had dinner with the fam, man. That's what's up. You got to get some food in you. Fill your belly up. What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? You over there in the U and the K. Appreciate you tuning in, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. If you have already filled out your application but you haven't committed, man, go fill out your application at Prime, man. Go over there, fill it out at Prime, bro. You will not be sorry. So Big Trucker B is one of my homeboys. I've known him for like, I want to say like 5 years. I think he's been there. I've known him for like 5 years, like 5, and we have been chopping it up. You know, he helped me along the way of trying to get my YouTube channel up and popping. But I mean, he's got a wealth of knowledge. You look back at some of his other videos, he's got a wealth of knowledge. You know, he give you some knowledge too. Been flatbedding, he's been trucking, he's been doing the damn thing. So if you're like, I need to get this cash flow now, then yeah, rock out. But the reason why I say if you can finagle and you can wait and go to Prime first, then you don't have to make that transition. So if you need the money now, then go to Rail. But if you can take the sacrifice and go into Prime and wait, we're in August, wait one more month, I'm telling you, you will not regret it. You'll have the structure to go where you want to go. I'm telling you. If you can wait. If you can't, and it's like, I got it, then go do your thing. But if you can, come to Prime. Trust me. I tell everybody, come to Prime. You got money on your mind? Come to Prime. There's a reason why there's a truck shortage. There's a reason why the line is so long. Because they get you that bread. They will pay you better than most companies out here. Just facts. Also. So, my homeboy, if any of you guys out here, you know, the people that catch it on the replay, if any of you guys out here need somebody to make you a website, especially UT Martin, if you're doing anything extra on the side, right? Get with my boy Trucker B, man. He can give you the plug on how you can get some things started for your business if you have any other, you know, side things that you want to do while you're on your grind and while you're hustling. Get with Trucker B, man. He can give you his information so you can get it popping. Trust me. I'm 5'7", about 100, and I'm still ready for something. That's what's up, man. See, one of these days I'm gonna find the intro to Monday Night Football, and when you start one of my videos, it's gonna be like it's gonna be the Monday Night Football video. That's man. I'm telling you. I try to be, man. I try to. You gotta have vibe, positivity, man. Like, so many people come up being a negative Nancy, man. Like, oh, I can't stand negative Nancy people. Oh, my truck broke down. Oh, life sucks. Yes, everything sucks right now. Put it in this analogy, right? So, you catch a flat tire. So now you got a flat tire and it's raining. You can get mad, get out, kick your tire, and now your foot's hurt. Plus you still have a flat tire. It don't make no. It's not doing nothing for you. Just tell you like it is. What I have on the back of my truck, right? It says if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. That's Eric Thomas, E.T. I don't know if y'all follow him, but if you want that energy, if you want that burning desire, like, man. Who win in the Super Bowl? Minnesota Vikings. Skull. Because I'm a Viking fan, and I know I got T Martin up in here too. It's gonna be Vikings and Broncos in the Super Bowl this year. That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta flush it. Bro. Gotta flush it. I'm a big person. You attract what you put out, right? So if you put out positive vibes and positive energy, you're going to attract positive vibes and positive energy. That's just straight out. That's how the universe works. RDR is going to win. So you got it, man. You gotta have the positive energy. Positive energy. The blue hat. So. Guys, I'm just telling you, like, man, T Martin, man, you trying to get the money, you'll get it. Find something that you're interested in, invest that money. If it's $50, it's $100, $20. Do it consistently. 20 times 52 is good money. $10 times that 52 is still good money. Put it into a stock that's going to give you a dividend. You're going to have double your money. Take that money, take half of it, invest it again, and then take your money and do something else. All right, my guy, be safe, man. Have a good night. Big Trucker B out. But my grandmother used to say, Cause and effect. Yeah, man. My grandmother used to say, yeah, patience is a virtue. Yeah, he's out of retirement. He's at the Bucks still. Yeah, he's in the South. But I think that the playoffs are going through Minnesota this year. I think. I don't know. We got a pretty good team this year. Yeah, he won another ring. Yeah, he do. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it, though. Don't know if he's going to be able to get it, though. We'll see. See week 1. I think they play the Saints week 1, something like that. I think they play the Saints week 1. You have about 8 different stocks on Webull. Okay. 8 different. What 8 do you have? My portfolio is like, I think I got probably want to say probably have like 20. But I have fractional shares, and I buy in every week. So I'll just keep going. That's the way to do it. I mean, consistency. Being consistent, buy the dip. That's why I watch the news at night. Watch the news at night. The pre-market. You ever watch Mad Money with Kramer? Yeah. You don't know about Kramer, man. I'll be like, need to be smacked around a little bit if you don't know about Kramer. If you don't know about Kramer. Mad Money starts now. Hello, I'm Kramer. He's a funny dude. Makes it interesting in learning about. Man, I had you watching that, Mally. I had you watching that, man. You wasn't interested in it. Go back and watch it. It's Kramer. It's called Mad Money. You were like, I'll watch it. You watched it a little bit, but you didn't kind of get it. You didn't understand it right away. Try it again. Kramer, Mad Money. Look it up on YouTube. Funny dude. Talks about stocks. Talks about a bear market and bull market. Look up bear market and bull market and see what you can see. Get you into that. Mad Money. Yes, sir. That's what it is. Mad Money with Kramer. Starts now. Very interesting guy. Oh, it's all good, man. You can hit me up, with a message later, whatever. But I do fractional shares on Robinhood, and then I have a Webull, I have a GR Schwab, I have an Acorns, I have a Stash. I have a bunch of stuff that I try to put money in. So you want to have money running for you. I be wanting my money to run the 40-yard dash into the end zone for a touchdown or something like that. You talk about that, man? Heck no. So that's what I be wanting. I be wanting things working for me every which angle, because it's life, man. Gotta keep grinding. Gotta keep hustling. There's 6 of you guys in here, so I know one of them is my son. No, one of them is him. He's up hella late. I don't know why he's up. Oh man, hopefully Shiba takes off. In crypto, I have about bro, I got like 4 million shares of Shiba Inu. I got like 4 million shares of that. I'm like, I wish that would take off. So I go up to like $1 and I'm retired. I'm retired. To go up to $1, I'm retired. I'm going to retire my dad. My mom's is retired. I'm retiring all the people that are close to me. You're retired. That'd be the best feeling in the world. Drive up to my dad. Hey, Dad. You going to work today? You be like, yeah. I'd be like, you're retired. You be like, what you mean? You're retired. You can call them and tell them you quit. You're retired, so you can not have to work anymore. Shoot, that's what I like to do. That's what I like. That's what I like to do. Yo, been on here, man. Free. Hey, right. We just be done. Be like retired. But you never know. You never know what will happen in the stocks. Never know what will happen in the market. That's why you gotta watch the news at night to know what's gonna happen in the market in the morning. It tells you what's going on in the morning. You just have to know. So Sunday night, you gotta watch the news so you know what's gonna happen on the Monday morning market in the pre-market. That's when you make your money. Pre-market, make your moves. I don't day trade. I hold for longs, but I also watch people throughout the day to know what's going on in the world. If you watch me, Kevin, Dream Green, Chris Sane, Warren Buffett, Mad Money, things like that. Those are the people that I watch. If you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, be successful. Money talk, everything else walk. You gotta play chess, not checkers, y'all. Make moves, make moves. Yeah, I'm gonna have you making moves too, little man. You just don't know it yet. What is it, demon? You're going to learn to like it, bro. Eventually you're gonna be like, so dad, you know, da 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 da, and I'll be like, sheesh, I didn't even know that. I gotta go buy some shares. Like, real talk, I gotta go buy some shares. Like, shoot. Oh man, little man is funny. Man is funny. Well, guys, we've been out here for like 82 minutes. It's like an hour stream, guys. But do me a favor, guys, if you like, you know, like these long, little, you know, live chats, you know, we just chat about anything. Keep giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. You know, I'll come out with more. You know, I can continue to do these where we just chop it up about random shit that's going on in the world. Just kind of like an open Q&A. You get my opinion. My opinion is not fact. It's just my opinion. How I see stuff. You know, how I see things. But I gotta drive tomorrow. I gotta deliver my load. So like always, guys, in all my videos that you watch, all of those things, I always say, remember to be blessed, less stressed, keep that left door closed, that right foot down, only when it's safe, guys. And like I always say, guys, I'll see you on the blacktop. Safe trucking. Later.